All right, speculators, let's fire up the Power Hour afternoon Futures Fanatic live stream. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. Got a lot to cover today. I don't want to turn this into an ultimate commercial, but the more I've been looking at these type of accounts from PropShop, which I'll talk about, and some of the other stuff that I know is coming, including a brand new copier that I think is a little better than ETP. I'll talk about that today as well. And so let's get into it. So to start the session and the stream, I'm just short in one account here. I haven't been able to trade these. No, actually I'm short in a couple accounts, sorry. So we're short the Dow Jones here in all of these Gladiator accounts. But I wanted to start out by actually activating my 5 free accounts. So if you're just joining, you're not familiar with what's going on here. I'm an investor in a parent company of this prop firm, which is called PropShop Trader. The parent company is NeuroStreet, and they're also the owners of Tickblaze, which is the platform that we'll be trading on today. Now, I want to preface this because I'm probably going to post this to YouTube, this stream to YouTube as well, because there's only about 14 hours left in this particular sale. These are direct to funding accounts. In other words, there's no eval required for these, okay? And it only applies to $50,000 accounts, which is the reason I'm promoting this. If it applied to bigger accounts, that tends to bring in the cohort and the type of trader that I don't really want to speak to. So these are $50,000 accounts. I'm doing the ones with just a $2,500 drawdown. I don't know if you really need to pay anything more than that for additional drawdown, although you're welcome to do that. Now, direct-to-funding accounts, as I've said before, and I mentioned the stream yesterday, are really only appropriate, in my humble opinion. Oh, by the way, I didn't do it today. I already forgot. I'm supposed to start every one of my streams with a disclaimer, and I'll put the disclaimer up there and you can read it. I did this today in my trade room as well. Remember, this is not financial advice. Everything here is for educational purposes only. If you knew the difference between good advice and bad advice, you wouldn't need any. You don't want to eat yellow snow. You want to look both ways before crossing the street. You know that trading is difficult. You can and probably will lose money. Nothing here is a solicitation to buy or sell any particular security. I'm a bozo here recording on YouTube. I probably don't know what I'm talking about, so seek financial advice if that's your thing. And yada, 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 CFTC something, and maybe some other things. Imagine that that's right up here on the screen. Okay, we got that out of the way. Now I'm going to give you some advice. Don't buy these particular accounts if you're not ready for them. And also, this is not an insignificant investment, okay? So if you go to www.tradersdevgroup.com/propshop and then navigate your way over to here, let me just show it. Well, first thing I want to do is I'm going to apply the coupon and get my free accounts. So what I've done is I've applied the coupon. I already paid $14.91 initially. All right, so that's another thing. If this is a stretch or in any way, shape, or form, $1,500 changes your life, and it does change a lot of people's lives, just don't do this, right? Just buy a couple evals and do the wire-to-wire challenge that I've been doing, okay? The wire-to-wire challenge I've been doing is I bought 5 evaluation accounts called Warriors for 90% off. I think they cost me $14 each. And they renew at $14, and I'm going to trade those extremely slow. In fact, let me just jump around here a little bit. Of course, that happened. These are my accounts that I have connected so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are $100,000 accounts. Maybe they cost me $20. I can't remember. And then these right here are my Warrior accounts. I can't say Warrior without singing the song. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it. What's the first line? Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. I am a warrior. All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying. For the vast majority of people that might watch this stream, and if you're watching on YouTube after I send it out, I don't want most of you to do this, okay? It's $1,500. Do not use my coupon. Do not buy this thing if you cannot afford it and if you're not ready for it. For the rest of the audience, some of you, when you buy 5 for $1,491, you're going to be given a coupon where you get 5 more for free. Okay, that's 10 direct-to-funded accounts for no evaluation required. These are $2,500 drawdown accounts. Okay, I'm going to now place my order because I put in my coupon that I had up there for probably too long. Don't steal my coupon. Please read. Oh, okay. Oh, this isn't good. Look. Oh, no, it still says it's got the thing. I have read and accept place order. All right, here we go. Because then we're going to see how long it takes them to set them up. And all right, order received. Please note your accounts will be in my purchases in 15 to 20 minutes. All right, let's go back here over to our things here. And what I'm going to do is, just since I'm just going to close a couple of these.
Order filled.
And just leave some runners over here in 6. There we go. So we'll go down to. Oh. Now, real quick on Tickblaze, it does not cancel your order when you hit on NinjaTrader. If you cancel an order through the control center, it's going to cancel your order on the chart. So sometimes I've gotten fills because I thought the orders were canceled. Let me just work this order down here at VWAP.
Order
and this one down here at VWAP. So those of you that know, we're at the kind of in the offer zone at the +1s in for the S&P. And I was having some trouble today with this refreshing properly. So let me just make sure that 62.98 is actually +1s. We're going to get this fixed. No, 63.02 was +1s. Okay. So 63.02 was +1s. That's right here. If you're tuning into my stream, it doesn't take me very long to teach you how to do this. You just put the orders on the line and then you manage risk. Don't have a bunch of filters. Don't have a bunch of sticky notes. Don't have a bunch of, there are some considerations today in shorting anything, given the fact that we've kind of round tripped pretty nicely from a big spike move up here. Created a kind of a little bit of a double distribution, but for the most part, we almost got back inside day. And now we're probably going to drift a little bit higher into the close. I have no idea what's actually going to happen. Okay. So someone said horrible rules. That's another thing to consideration. If you don't like the rules, don't buy them. There's plenty of choice, right? And the payouts are capped. Make sure you read all the small print. You want to read all the small print in everything that you do, right? If I come back over here, these programs just sort of kicked up, but there are PropShop. You could go to PropShop Trader Payouts, and eventually this will be on the rise list of some of the others. Okay, I don't know who Joshua is. Who knows? But he took payouts from a bunch of accounts. Lee, Douglas, whatever. Okay, so these are all publicly available. You can come check this out if you want. All right. Okay, and I'll finish this off in just a little bit, and then we'll just get to trading. All right. So 50 people so far have received a payout, 50 different traders. Now, you might not like the rules or anything like that. One thing that they do is they have a real-time risk engine that will notify you in real time if anything about your trading behavior is potentially going to cause an issue for you down the line. Okay? What that looks like is you get stuff like this, and oh, by the way, it looks like all my PropShop accounts were activated. We'll take a look if they're there in just a second. So what you get is you end up getting something like this, like a compliance flag. And I actually have an ongoing conversation with the manager of compliance and support over there because I want to make sure that traders that do things properly and doing things properly at proper anything else simply just means managing risk. And if you draw down your account by more than 10% of your starting account value on any given day, you're not managing risk. I don't care how you trade. I don't care the fact that the prop firms let you lose your entire account before you fail, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're not drawing down 6 or 10%. You're drawing down 100% of your account value. But given that they do have some strict rules, and you might not like aspects of the trading program or the payouts or anything else. One thing that they do that I'm not aware many other firms do is if you are violating any of those rules, you will be notified in real time at the end of the trading session about that rule violation. Okay, so it's not going to be trade. Oh, I made it. I want my payout, and you get denied. If you were doing any type of trading behavior that was going to potentially lead to a payout denial, you'll be notified ahead of time. And there should be no excuses for not understanding why that occurred. All right. I don't know if there's any questions about that. Again, this is not really something that's suitable for most traders. But if you're ready for it and you want essentially $10,000, $50,000 accounts with no evaluation for about $150 each, I've never seen a deal quite this good. So next piece I wanted to cover real quick is there's a brand new copier that just launched, okay? Don't go to the website. Don't do anything with it. It's just called Thor, all right? What I'm going to be doing for people that use my code and buy this deal is offering probably a free month, maybe even a free couple months to this copier. Now, you will get also the copier from ETP. I'm not a huge fan of the copier from ETP. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't like it. So I've started using a new one that came out called Thor. It's actually from the folks over at Phoenix Trader Funding or Phoenix Funded Trader or whatever. It's from Phoenix. Good guy named Leon. He's French. Okay. So I don't have anything to show you. Well, why don't I just bring up the website? You can take a look. Thor, it's called the, okay. So there's a lot of copiers on the market, and this one is fully desktop supported, right? So I think it only runs on Windows. So if you're not a Windows person, this might not be for you. But I'm going to be trading using Thor and Tickblaze and these accounts. So now let's switch up here, and I'm going to log out of Tickblaze and see if my new accounts have been created. I'm running Ninja on this same VPN. Don't get me started a little bit about complaints about performance on Tickblaze relative to this, that, and the other. If you're serious about trading, you should be serious about your infrastructure. And if you're trading on an 8 gigabyte laptop or a 16 gigabyte laptop, you're not serious about it. And I mean, I hate to pick on people. I know everyone has different financial situations. But first of all, if you're trading on a Mac, you're not serious. And I'm just going to die on that. All these guys that are trading Trade of 8 and Trading View using a Mac or whatever, that's not serious trading. It's just not. Friends don't let friends trade on Macs. Macs are not, they're not. Look, I love my iPhone. I have 3 MacBook Pros or 2. One that I don't think I've opened them or know where they actually are because I just don't use them. Anyhow, this is a VPN over here. Excuse me, a VPS, a virtual private server. I have 6 of these. And these have 32 mega RAM on them. And it runs Tickblaze, Interactive Brokers, Ninja Trader, a bunch of other stuff perfectly. It costs $99 a month. So if you're having performance issues, just get a VPS. All right, we're going to fire back up Tickblaze. And if you tuned in for trading, I assure you that if anything happens in the markets, I will jump on it. Right now we have the NASDAQ kind of popping up to the plus, basically up to sort of like the plus ones. I'll take a look at that in just a second.
Order filled.
So the markets move higher. I just want to see if my accounts are now connected. Here we go. No, So I still just have, they said 15 to 30 minutes. So I'll log back out and log back in before the stream is over, and we'll see if they're there. My current positions are just short a couple of the MYM, and like I said, the market's moving a little higher here. All right, so I think that's it on the commercial aspect of the broadcast. So just to reiterate, there's an offer at PropShop. You can get 10 accounts, $50,000 direct to funded accounts. Someone I think mentioned that that's $25,000 or enough to buy a mini or whatever. It's not $25,000. It's one $2,500 account that you should use as a leader. And when you're ready, you can use leverage properly across a variety of accounts. And you keep a daily risk budget in that single account. And if you're copying, that's great. You might create, copying groups or something like that. The thing that's probably going to move today is the NASDAQ. So just for entertainment purposes, I will sell this +1. Not a huge fan of that. With the way the NASDAQ closes these days frequently, I would look for the +2s to enter, but why not get into a trade? Give us something to do. Yes, friends don't let friends trade the Russell, and friends don't let friends trade on Max. I'll tell you what the most important thing of today is that the Dodgers got to win this game. We're going to lose 5 in a row, 6 in a row. 6 in a row. We get swept twice. What's the score? 0-0. 0-0 in the 5th. Yeah, there's confluence here between the NASDAQ high of day and the +2s, which would be right back up here around 23,109. Yeah, 23,102. Let me refresh this too, see if it's accurate. As I say very often, this is not the best time to be trading. We'll find some opportunities sometimes, but for all the haters, like you just have a big green number and then you don't do anything. Well, yeah, we do a big green number at the time in which the markets are most suitable to trading a big green number. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Order submitted.
You can hate the player too.
Order filled.
Yeah, we got everything is looking pretty similar. MBT with a little move higher. Yeah, look at that. I didn't see that. It's been struggling at 110,000, so it's about $600 over it. See if we can get some follow through. What's been waking up is some of the altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance has been very, very pronounced. So much so that I just I have $250,000 CRO, and yesterday it was up like 25% from about 7.5 cents to almost 10 cents. So things are moving. You know what's not moving? HNT. You need a tweet to get copper to explode. All right, if you're just tuning in, the first 25 minutes of the stream was just a commercial for the fact that the buy 5, get 5 free direct accounts from PropShop, that deal does end today, I think. Let's be honest, these people extend things forever, but I've been told it really does end today. So if that's your thing, and then also As I mentioned, there's a new copier in town, and I'll be giving people access to this for a month or two. And I might sneak in there extended access to my trade room so that we have all the stuff going for us. All the bonuses, as the kids say. All the bonuses, as the kids say. Man, these markets are they're just sleepy. We finally got some motion today. It was the first day in a while that we had some do I have a live trading schedule? Yeah, we have a trade room. Trade room, baby. Can find out about everything over here on TDG. And just look at the description in look at the description. Trade room's 9:15 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time, but let's be honest, I'm rarely there at 9:15. Takes a while for greatness to show up. All right, let's not watch this anymore because it's not doing anything. Let's watch our shorts. I'll sell the plus ones once more time.
Order pending.
One more time.
Order pending. Order modified.
Manning drops out of Giants bid. Eli Manning just seems like the nicest guy, just so goofy. His brother's really goofy, but he just seems like so goofy. Did you see that thing with Manning where he went undercover at like a college or I think it was at Pitt or something. I can't remember where he did it. As a walk-on quarterback, and he was like throwing bombs. On range trader, is that something you would marinate for bigger moves? It depends on what. The answer to that, Jeremy, as my answer to many things, is it depends. There's so many factors to consider. Do you have the time to be in front of the screen from your entry to a bigger move, right? So if you enter, it's up a way where there's a lot of the thing with the range trader I would suggest. And usually, unless we're making some all-time highs, which we seem to be making on a lot of markets right now, but if we're not always making these new sort of highs, then you have levels that have been hit, right? You have every level on the downside has been hit before, right? So the key with the range trader is to look for levels that make sense that have been hit recently. Okay? Today, we actually didn't quite get from outside day up down to prior session low. But right here, and I know it's easy in hindsight, but this is where I started buying the Dow today. This was a screaming buy right in here. Developing value area low was sitting here at the time the market was coming down. Now, if you get long there, the question is, wait for bigger moves or what have you. You have all kinds of targets. You have T-line as a target, POC as a target, prior session high as a target, developing high. Now, these are probably set for the day, so let's just call this value area high. And then what is R2 and high of day? So you have all these targets to work from. But only if you got in here and you have the time to be sitting and watching the markets. Now, with micros, the thing that's kind of nice is that if you're managing risk and put in maybe a little bit of a catastrophic stop, you can just go away and just put in your targets right here and just leave. I'm short over here, the ZN, and I would love to take a bigger target. This is in take profit account, but I can't, right? I'm going to close this thing very soon, but we have an extreme turn sell that came in right here. And I would love to see if we could ride this, if I could ride it back down to below T-line or even back inside day. Right now we're outside day up. We're in a huge outside day up. We had a 10-year auction today that went pretty well. Golf did the same thing. I do not have a video walkthrough of Thor. There's already some training videos on it. So Just give me some time on Thor. The future of trade copying. I had a band in high school called Throb. I still can't believe that no one's taken that. If we were down, Mookie Betts flies out to right field, and then we got a sacrifice. It's 1-0. 1-0 Dodgers. Thank God. But we've been up 1-0 in this series every single time. Yes, you guys are calling out some good stuff. We do have gold at highs of day, right? Highs of day, but still in a bear continuation pattern. If you're first time watching this stream, this orange line right here is called the T line. It's a 233 EMA. It's a quick way to monitor trends. So even after this big move here, and where did the move come? Came from a bid zone here. You guys can make this complicated if you want, but you don't really need to. This is support right here. This line was sitting here. This line was sitting here this morning. Why? Because this is the prior session low, and that's the low before. So this is Tuesday's low, and this is Monday's low. A lot of people want to get hung up on why it bounced here and look left for a long time and talk about naked pox and a bunch of other stuff, and it's all fine. I mean, you can look left as much as you want. There is some clues in prior price action. But what you want to do is go, okay, what's the zone to identify where I'd like to be long today? And I love how they scared the kids a couple times, but they could only do it for about $3 in the overnight, and then it just moved higher the whole session. So good call out on gold. This is not a paid sponsorship. I don't have any paid sponsorships, but I have found my favorite beef jerky, and I've probably eaten 405 or 500 beef jerkies. This is my favorite beef jerky. They sell it at Whole Foods. It has, the macros are crazy. There's no sugar. It's a little high in sodium. 32 grams of protein. 160 calories. It's just air-dried and thinly sliced beef. It's so damn good. Kalahari biltong. If you want me to sponsor you, just holler at me. I can't really comment on that, but yeah, it's easy after the fact. Crude oil did not get down. Where did crude oil reverse? Right? Sometimes it's random. Often it's random. But the next day, it's not that random. Where did crude oil reverse today? Jeremy, you tell me where did it reverse? I'm not going to say the level. Where did crude oil reverse today? What key level on the range trader did crude oil reverse from today? Almost got to T-line, but didn't quite get there. There's a capybara jerky. Shit, I might need to try that. As long as it's not made from capybaras. I can't do that. That's like rat jerky. I'm not eating a capybara. Okay. I'm going to get flat here. The NASDAQ, because that was, I mean, we're just farting dust.
Order modified.
And then see
Order
what happens
filled.
here on the Dow.
Position closed.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, I'm thinking of logging out and logging back in here. No, it did not reverse a T-line. Nope, T-line's right here. Let's make this arrow a little bigger. I'm going to make it a 4. And I'm just going to make it white. There we go. And I'm going to save my arrow. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's T-line right there. It reversed from this. What level is this? See? Prior session POC, right? Damn, you telling me that it's actually made from a capybara? I don't want to hear about that. I know in Brazil they're like nuisances. Yeah, you probably will. Weird ads. All right, moving a little higher, a little zombie walk to the upside. Correct. Prior day POC. Lenny got it. Prior day POC. I asked this yesterday. I didn't see if anyone answered. Do you guys see the crowns next to your name? Like some of you guys have purple crowns that say number 1 and number 2. What does that mean? Help a boomer out. Does that mean you're like a sponsor of my channel? Fuck. Milwaukee scored. God dang it. I may or may not have a huge bet on this. Thank God for the Red Sox. Red Sox over, baby. Colorado is terrible.
Order filled.
I think I'm going to make like 100 G this year betting against Colorado. Colorado is the White Sox of last year. I'm mostly a mean reversion trader in the markets, but I'm a trend trader when it comes to sports betting. Find yourself a little trend and roll with it. All right, so the answer is there XP points for comments in the chat. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that means they talk a lot. Okay. So that means I'm supposed to mute them. Let's get some more interaction here. Put a 1 in the chat if it's your first day ever watching my stream. I bet you there's not going to be many. If it's your first time ever watching this stream, the entire first part of it was just a commercial for the PropShop deal. Put a 1 in the chat if it's your first time ever watching the stream. I think we just got a core group of users, but I felt bad because I went in and I saw that NASDAQ scalper guy, whatever. He had 8,000 people watching his stream today. Tell you I'm doing something wrong. 8,000 people. There had to be a lot of bots in there. No. Okay, so top fans and XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out. The top 3 get special badges in live trade. It restarts every stream. Oh, okay, cool. Step it up. Guitars and Adam is number 1. Josh, you're slacking. How many guitars do you have, Adam? Oh, getting some buying questions. People are asking about the PropShop deal. It is only for $50,000 accounts. I would suggest only buying the ones with the $2,500 drawdown. You do not need more than that. You're going to buy a $2,500 drawdown. You're going to use a 10% risk budget. You're going to risk only $250 per account. You do not have to worry about trailing drawdown or any of the other stuff. You just have to manage risk. Speaking of, let's see if my new ones are active. Right now, I have accounts. I have 5 warriors. The first 5 I ever bought. Remember, we also have, or I have going, a little informal wire-to-wire challenge, which means buy a cheap account, trade it properly, fund the very first account that you ever sign up for, See if you can manage to do that. Same thing as if you put $2,500 of your own account, of your own money in an account. Treat it like it's real. So let's do this. I'm going to log out here. All right, log out there. We'll log back in again and see if my 5 free ones are live yet. You can put in the code TDG, but I don't think you have to. But it'll probably make you feel a little bit more comfortable because it warns you like a million times, hey, if you have a coupon and you don't put it in, but if you do the deal that I'm talking about, it's $1,409. It's like $1,500. Okay? And don't hold me to this because I don't know exactly how it's going to work, and I have a lot of new members that have paid kind of, full price or close to it for lifetime access. So extended access to my trade room trial is worth a lot of money. It's one-to-one mentoring, one-to-many mentoring. I'm just a hell of a cool dude. I can take all your shit. So come on in and give it a go. Today was a great day in the sense that I was taking some heat, stayed within the risk budget, and then got rewarded by managing the risk properly so that the pullback was highly profitable for me and for many people in our room. But what I'm getting at is that I will be offering, since I'm involved with the parent company of PropShop, I have more information about people that use my code and your emails and your information. I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not going to co-market or anything like that. But it's a lot easier for me to be aware of who did that. So rather than you having to send an email and say, hey, I bought this or what have you, I will proactively send an email to people that use my code and say, hey, since you did this and I see you're not a member of my trade room, I'm probably going to do something like 90 days of access to the trade room if you buy this deal, and probably a month, maybe 2 months of this new trade copier, which is, now you're going to get the ETP trade copier from PropShop. But if you want to try a different one, it has a way better interface. I think it looks a heck of a lot better. That'll be there too. And if I can think of any other bonuses other than my singing. All right, what happened? Did I log in here? All right, here we go. Do we have our 5 free ones?
Connected. Order pending.
Let's see. Another good thing about disconnecting, connecting to Tickblaze quite a bit is it helps for QA purposes, because I do see errors and issues when you reconnect sometimes. Such as what you see right here. Nope, I don't have my new accounts either. No new accounts. So they're not there yet. Do I have to do something? Oh, you know what I have to do? I know what I have to do. No one said this. I have to go and accept the agreements, I bet, for every single account. Yeah, that's why they're not there. If you come over here, when you get these, since these are direct to funded accounts, I have to go and accept this agreement for every single account. So that's what I have to do.
Position synchronized. Position closed. Order filled. Position open. Order filled. Position closed. Order canceled. Position synchronized. Position closed.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to close Tickblaze again, and then come over here. I only have 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna connect to all these. All right, so we'll just look at Ninja for the rest of the time. I don't have any trades on here, but maybe we'll do some if something exciting happens. Is anything happening with HNT today? Tell me, Bradley, that it's over $3. Is it over $3? No. It's $2.45. Right, I had to sign the contract. I didn't do that, so I'm not going to go through. Yeah, if you want to also learn this whole thing, these strategies or how we approach stuff, I have that all for free on my YouTube channel. So come over here to YouTube and go to videos and grab this video right here. And there's links to all this stuff. There's links to all this stuff in the market goes a lot higher. What I'm looking to do is I got this thing cached. I don't know why it keeps caching. But it's a trade room workshop. Whoops, what happened there? There we go. So check that out. It's a good video. It gets you all set up. The good news about the crypto market right now is so far, and I was, of course, not alone in this prediction, but I said once we got 100 grand, it was probably very likely we're going to hold that for a while and trade between 100 and maybe up to 130. I think there still needs to be a scare the kids back down to 65, 70, 75. I know everyone, it's not going to happen. Well, watch it. Bitcoin goes down 40, 50% frequently. But I would love that because I'm getting close to selling I bought 2 Bitcoin the day that Kraken bought Ninja Trader. I was like, well, shit, if Kraken's buying Ninja Trader, they know something. They feel comfortable about their business and about being in the crypto world. So I still can't believe that the crypto.com arena in Los Angeles is still called the crypto. That usually marks an absolute top. I was like, that thing's going to be called crypto.com for about 30 seconds. The Staples Center. Could you imagine 2 more diametrically opposed businesses? Office supplies to crypto. The Staples Center becomes crypto.com. Oh, let's take a look at BTC up here. Oh, my goodness. What do you think? Short it for a second, just for shits and grins? I'm going to do it.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
All right. I shorted Bitcoin at the high in a funny money account. Let's do it in a real account here. I want to feel like
Order filled.
All right, there we go. Sold 1 MBT. I'm down $1. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. All right, we got 10 more minutes left. If you have any serious or unserious questions, you can leave them in there. I still haven't figured out how to, I know I could show the chat on the stream. I don't need to do that because you guys can read the chat while you're here, but I should have probably done it today since there's going to be I'm going to drop this video. I'm going to switch it from live to an actual video people can watch. See if anyone watches a 1 hour live that's turned in. Nah, maybe I won't. I don't know. Who knows? Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. All right. Well, not that interesting of a close so far. Oh, down $12.
Order filled.
Let's ruin our day and sell one more up here.
Order submitted. Order filled.
112, 320. Got some algos pushing it. How long have I used the Thor copier? Well, I haven't used it at all. I just logged in and configured a few things. I've not placed a trade through it. It just launched today. Literally just launched today. So you are on the cutting edge, everybody. Tune in to the Futures Fanatic Foundation, or Futures Fanatic, what the F with this microphone? Tune in every day. You'll be on the cutting edge. This boomer's on top of it, man. When do I add to trades? I don't know. Just double down donkey at all-time highs with 7 minutes left in my stream. Maybe I'll get lucky. I won't be adding any more here live. $25. I think I can handle it. We'll see. I'll probably wake up tomorrow and it's at 115,000. All right, it's 1-1. Brewers, Dodgers in the 6th. Brewers, Dodgers in the 6th. Hmm. $70 more. We're at 112,500. You can get there. Come on, baby. There it is. 112,500. It's a Bitcoin explosion.
Order filled.
There you go. That's nice. That's a little better. More helpful. All right. Graceful exit. Can you see me make
Order
$2 in front of you?
submitted.
Maybe not.
Order filled.
All right. I lost $5.54. But now I get to sell the high
Order
again.
submitted.
Come on up there and flush some toads. Someone said yesterday I always lose in my live account. They are correct. Today I lost $5.54 in the tracking account. We did really, really well in the bigger accounts, but who cares? The tracking accounts are what matter, the ones that are similar to what everybody here can do. Come on up, baby. 4 more minutes.
Order submitted.
I mentioned in my, someone had said that the NASDAQ is trading like fart coin. Kind of seems like it. Has anyone traded Fartcoin before? There you go. Alon is bringing some knowledge. When the day is green, the last hour of the NQ will be green on a Wednesday in 80% of the last 3 months. That's pretty cool. You know, a good site where you can get those kinds of stats is from Edgeful. Any Edgeful users here? If anyone's interested in Edgeful, of course I have coupons for that as well. So Edgeful is a great source, but
Order filled.
Alon, join our room. We need more people that throw down some knowledge, some stats, some statistics, some data. Because the strategy that we're looking at here, a little over 81% of price action in the S&P will take place within 2 standard deviations of VWAP on every single day during the New York session. So what more do you need to know? What lot size do you use on 50K account? So it's good that you say 50K account. It depends on your risk budget. So your risk budget is 250. You could probably trade 1 MNQ, although I wouldn't suggest it. 2 MES and up to 3 MYM should be a manageable number with a $250 daily risk budget. There's a lot of other considerations, but that's what I would say you could do. All right, 1 more minute. Yeah, so someone you got to be very careful. So someone just did something where you come over here to the dashboard and you go to shop and you go to Gladiator and you go to this, and what you did is you hit buy now when it said this one. Buy now, and you went through the whole thing. If you see that it says $300, you're on the wrong thing. So you might have just wasted $300, which totally sucks. You need to click on this, buy the bundle. You have to buy the bundle. Buy the bundle. All right, that's it for today. I'll go 5 minutes into overtime. You can ask any additional questions if you'd like. A lot of the stream was about this instant Gladiator offer. Not right for everybody. Please don't do it if you haven't already been consistently profitable. And by consistently profitable, I mean consistently not losing money, taking some payouts from prop programs, not on your 200th try. By the way, did you guys see this? There's a lawsuit going on, kind of funny, between that Whalen wacko and Top Step. So it's actually unrelated to trading and things like that, and it's mostly has to do with the fact that I think he was. But anyway, he continued to fail with the code of conduct, whatever. He misrepresented his trading success to viewers and falsely claimed to have earned real money while trading simulated whatever. In fact, records maintained by Topstep reflect that he failed to pass the trading combat evaluation more than 500 times. Oh, that's so classic. So if you finally get some big wins on your 500th combine and you're like, I'm ready for the Gladiators, don't do that. Don't do that. You're not ready. All right, hit me up, Alon. You got to become a member of our group, info at Traders Dev Group. Come on in, check out our trial. Maybe I pay you. I need someone to build the I need someone to build the extreme turn on Tickblaze, which should be pretty simple. We got to get the extreme turn on Tickblaze, baby. All right. This didn't work out, but I'm going to close.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Close 2 of them here if I can.
Order submitted.
All right, let's see if there's any more questions. I just saw your email. What's going on? I don't write my emails anymore, so I don't know what the email said. Let's look at what the email said. Oh, it's just about the prop deal that I sent out, that I've been talking about the whole time. So that's what it's about. Yeah, you can get my workspace for Tickblaze whether you buy anything else at all. I'm just giving away for free. So just check the description down below. I know a lot of the time the descriptions have a lot of bullshit and stuff in them, but mine has a lot of links to valuable stuff. At least I think so.
Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, I think that will be it. Was there a problem on no, there's not a problem. The only indicator that I have had teams develop literally hundreds and hundreds of indicator packages over the last 25 years. And the only one that I still use frequently and that I give away with members is called the Extreme Turn. It's essentially it's a hybrid indicator that combines RSI and ADX. Just looking for some turning points in the market. Does a pretty good job of identifying on higher time frames turning points. We have it coded in PineScript for TradingView and in what does Ninja use? They have a scripting. I think it's C#. So we have it over there. I just need to bring it over to Tickblaze so that I can offer it to my community as well. So pretty simple, just taking the logic in the code and then Tickblaze supports everything. You can write it in PHP or R or C# or whatever you want to do. Whatever you happen to use. I think it even supports Ruby and a bunch of other stuff. Can you believe I was at an automated trade leader company for quite a while early on, and when it was started in like 2008ish, right around there, maybe 2009. The guy that founded it, all he knew was Perl. Perl was what like Amazon was originally coded in. And here it is 20 years later almost, and I think he's probably the only person on the planet that knows Perl. The whole damn thing's in Perl. All right, suck it, Bitcoin. Let's go lower. Yeah, it's a Ninja script. So same thing as TradingView is VB script, right? But they just call it PineScript. Anyway, everybody, check the description down below. Thanks for joining. Sale ends today, I think. If you're probably less than 2 or 3% of traders that can get real value from 10 direct-to-funded accounts, you might want to check out that deal. And other than that, stay green, trade like you mean it. We will see you on the stream tomorrow. Be good. Bye-bye. Oh, let me post this in here one last time. If you want to get, you got to go here and you're going to use code TDG. The thing that you have to make sure is that you double check that you're buying the 5 bundle. And look, I know that $1,500 is not insignificant to a lot of people, but considering what I know people spend on these programs and just, in resets alone, might be something to check out. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Bye-bye.